Hey everybody, Michelle here. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're going to be talking about drugstore items that are under $5 that are so amazing. And I think it's very worth the money. So we're going to be talking about that. I was actually having a conversation with Dan. For those of you that are new or new to my channel, thank you for watching. But Dan is my husband, and we were talking about like how crazy expensive items are. Drugstore foundations are like $17, $18. Powders, concealers are crazy expensive. So yeah, I took the time to go through each drawer, really swatch, play around. Yesterday, I did like a test on my hand of different things, to see the wear time, what it did. Wore makeup on my face, obviously did a wear test. And this is what I came up with. I have literally a full desk full of stuff. So let's get into the video. So the first thing we're going to be mentioning is primer. And I will be honest, I have a full primer drawer. I probably have about 55 primers. And I will say this guy is it for me. This is the Believe Beauty Pretty and Prime makeup primer. So I love the packaging. They have 3 different shades. This is right at $5. You get 1 fluid ounce. It kind of reminds me of a Smashbox one I have. But this, once you start like putting it on, it's just so silky smooth. I don't know. I think Believe Beauty is such a great brand, and I think that it's not talked about enough on YouTube, but I think this is something to go check out. In love with it. Use this quite often, so this is a really good one. And then I have 2 from Wet n Wild. So I have the matte primer. They have a matte one and a dewy one. And then I have a newer one from them. This is the Water Drop Primer. So they have cucumber, rose, and coconut. I have the cucumber one. And honestly, I wish I could use this a lot more than what I do, but I can't get with the smell of it. Like, it's like green. I would swatch it and show you, but I cannot get the smell out of my head. I don't know. The rose kind of scent, I don't really prefer. Coconut, I do love, but I'm really trying not to use coconut as much as I can. I think it breaks me out a little bit. So this was the winner, and yeah. I feel it does what it says. It hydrates, it moisturizes, it does take away the appearance of pores. It's a cream to water formula. I don't know if I agree with that. I like it, but again, I can't deal with the scent. The scent actually stays on, and I just can't. But these are great. If you're not that sensitive like me, these are good. All right, foundation. So let's just get this one over with. Everyone talks about it. This is a well-loved foundation. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus. I have 2 of them. I have soft beige and nude ivory. And also, if you, today is the 29th of August, if you go to Walgreens.com, you can actually get these for $3.25. So if you've been wanting to try the product, or if you just need to fill up on the product, I would go grab it. I've ordered from Walgreens before online. They are very quick. And yeah, so these are great. They do smell like paint thinner. That's like, to me, the only drawback. I don't really care for this like spatula wand, but once you start blending it out, the scent goes away. But these are really good. You look great in photos, so that is a bonus. And then the next one is, again, from Believe Beauty. So this is right at $5. This is the Skin Finish Foundation. Does come with a pump, glass bottle. I love this. I really, really do. This is the shade Ivory. This is definitely medium to full coverage, buildable, easy to blend. And look at that. It's just so silky smooth. It doesn't break me out, covers any redness, any freckles. It's a really, really good one. I should use this more. But I have so many things going on with foundation. I kind of, miss the boat when it comes to that, but that is a really, really good one. Actually, I'll just leave my hand like this. Also, really quickly, yesterday, I don't know if it's still on the site, but I wanted to give a shout out to the Makeup Revolution stick foundation. I have the shade L6. This is on sale for $5.30, but it's really honestly not that expensive. I think it's like $9. Guys, you will not regret this foundation. I used this the other day, and this, oh my gosh, it leaves your skin. It's like your skin, but better, but covered. And it's just amazing. Like, I'm in love with that foundation. It is so good. So go check that out. Ulta.com is where I found the sale at. Again, it might not be on sale, but it's worth checking out. All right, for concealer, I have the NYX concealers. This is the HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, and then I have their pot concealer, and this is their full coverage concealer, and these are great. I will actually take this in the shade Porcelain, and I will use this for like blurring out my veins on my eyes, like using it kind of as MAC, like the Painterly Paint Pot, $5. You get a lot in here. I have used this underneath the eyes for concealing, and it definitely takes care of any dark circles. Doesn't look cakey, doesn't crease on me. I would recommend before going in with powder to really kind of pat out any creasing. Oh, I don't know what I just did there. And then the HD one is amazing. The only complaint I have about this is the color for me. Like, you'll see how dark that is. So their color range is a little bit off, but I love this. It's very creamy, very smooth. It doesn't crease on me. I've been using this for years and years now, so that is a great one. And then I have the two from Wet n Wild. These are $4.49. They actually have more shades. I went to a Rite Aid recently, and they have the shade Fair, the shade Light. They have a bunch. I think they have 7. So I have the shade Light Medium, and then the shade Light Ivory. And actually, the shade Light Ivory I used the other day. It's like the perfect shade. It's not full coverage, but it does do minimal work. Like, it does cover, like if I was in a hurry and I went on vacation and forgot concealer and I was on a budget, I wouldn't mind wearing this. So if that kind of sums it up for you. Powders, to be honest, I could not find any powders that are under $5 that are great. LA Girl has one I don't like at all. LA Colors has one that I don't like at all. I will say the Airspun from Coty is amazing, but it's like $6. Sometimes you get out Walmart, it's a little bit less. Again, Believe Beauty. This is the translucent powder. I actually really do love this. I don't use it all the time because I'm obsessed with my Maybelline one at the moment, and this has talc in it, but this is really good. Love the packaging. Again, $5, can't beat that. Setting sprays, that was another rough one. I have the matte finishing spray from Wet n Wild and the natural spray. I really wish that the mist on this was like this. They're kind of different. This one actually broke on me, but this one is a little bit better with the mist. So I love that. And they actually have ones now that are similar to the Water Drop collection they came out with. And then I have Believe Beauty again, the perfecting. I don't know. I said whatever. To me, why I like this so much, it's very lightweight. And yeah, I don't mind it. You get 2 fluid ounces for $5. A lot of the times you don't get that much. My hair, I just washed it yesterday and it's all over the place. Okay, now let's get into, oh, I forgot another powder right in front of me. $5, these Stay Mattes from Rimmel. This is actually pretty good. They have a bunch of colors. I will actually take a brush. This is a good one. I tried, remember the Wet n Wild brushes I was talking about? This is the P65. I actually love this for the under eye. I will just take it and kind of just dab. It's really fluffy. And I will take this for like my T-zone. If I feel I'm getting oily, this is a really good one. They have a bunch of colors, and really, really do love this one. Wanted to mention that. All right, guys. So next is, I'm trying to go in the order that I go through. So next is bronzer, and that was a hard one for me. I don't believe there are very many good ones at the drugstore that is under $5. Wet n Wild has a bunch. I don't like any of their shades. Elf has a few. Again, I don't get with their shades. The only one I could find that was $2, that's actually $1.25, is the LA Colors Highlight and Contour. I actually love both of these shades. Look how pretty that is. This reminds me of, I think it's Cover FX has something out, but this is really, really pretty, you guys. And it's so super easy to blend out. I have it on today, no complaints, really in love with it. And this highlight is really, really nice. So I'm gonna take my Milani brush that I used to highlight with, tap off. Look, I don't need any more highlight. Like, so pretty. Like, love the slim packaging, easy to travel with. Not bad, not bad. All right, next we are going to be talking about blush. I have this one that I used to be in love with. This is $3.49. This is the Mellow Wine. So first off, you get so much in here, but the pigment on here is insane. They have about 3 or 4 different shades of this, I believe. And of course, they've came out with, you know, different blushes. It's like their old school packaging. But you can still find this, and I think it's very, very affordable and worth the money. So for blushes, I think that is great. And then I have the NYX Hamptons. More of like a pinky blush. I didn't think I would be into a shade like this. But it's very lightweight with like a little bit of sheen. Very beautiful. They do have a range of shades as well. So I love those for blushes. And then before we get into highlight, I'm going to mention this from Rimmel. This is the Radiance Brick. So this is a shimmer powder. It's multi-toned. So basically, if you are one of the people that love more of a bronzy type like look, this would be really, really good for you. So I would just take a fluffy brush and just kind of mix. And just lightly go over the face. It's just kind of one of those. It's kind of like the Hourglass. I mean, now the shade might make you nervous, but a lot of color does not come off of here, especially when you start blending it out. So I love that. Again, $5, definitely worth it if you want more of a bronzy type look. All right. And then for highlights, of course, you guys know Wet n Wild kills it. I have Golden Flower Crown, one of my favorites. Of course, the OG, Precious Petals, and Blossom Glow. But I think if you're going to spend the $5, this guy is amazing. They actually have different ones now. This is limited edition. The other ones have a different, like, top. But, guys, this is, I don't know if you can see that skull. This is so nice. Like, I don't even want to put any more highlight on, but for the purpose, it is glittery though. Let's see if it changes it. Look at that. Like, I'm going to shine for days. Like, it just so worth it. $5. Love this one. All right. So now we're going to get into some eyeshadows. And the ones I have, you guys are going to get so tired of these two, but I have Wet n Wild. This is the Comfort Zone. I have some of this on my eyes today, but this is very beautiful. And I feel Wet n Wild's really amazing, where if you're newer at doing makeup and you really want to figure out where to put the crease, where to put the transition, all that stuff, it's so beautiful. They give you 2 transition shades, and these colors are like insanely gorgeous. I have hair everywhere. They are a little powdery, but you can say the same thing about Lorac. Look how, like, no patchiness, just perfect. I'm in love with these shades. Even this green shade I have on the bottom of my eye. It's just such an odd, like, weird tone, but so beautiful at the same time. These are beautiful. And then this right here, I think if you're like me and you're like more of that basic bitch where you like more of a bronzy kind of look on the eye, there's nothing wrong with that. But this is one of the Believe Beauty's Nearly Nudes, exactly $5. And these are gorgeous. Like, guys, look at this. Who does not want that? Oh, the shade right here. This shade actually feels very like creamy. I have this all over the lid. Like, who does not want these? This one right here is like my absolute favorite. Oh my God. So I have this all over the lid and this on top of it to kind of kick up the color. But these are so gorgeous. I think it's definitely worth every penny for these shades. Like, how do you not want that in your life? And they do have different palettes, but I think the Lee Beauty changed the game for people at, you know, Dollar General, people that are on a budget. Go check them out. Like, everything I've tried from them so far, other than their beauty sponge, was amazing. That literally was amazing. I actually used, I don't know if I have it, their crease brush the other day. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how good this was. This is like my go-to brushes, by the way. Well, yep. So this is the Believe Beauty crease brush, and it is very fluffy. It just gets right into where you need to get into. Great crease brush. It makes me want to try other brushes from them, and I think this is like $4. So, like, you know. All right, so next is actually a palette that I want to share with you. And the reason why I want to share with you is for the fact that if you are on a budget, which there's nothing wrong with that. If you are on a budget and you want, like, you don't want 18 million pieces running around in your makeup bag, or, you know, just in general, you don't like that clutter. I think this is amazing. I forgot how good this was. I pulled it out. If you see up there where my finger is on that shelf, those are all the palettes where I'm like, kind of good, kind of not, don't know what to do with them. And this was in there. And I'm like, why did I give you up? So this is the NYX Contours All Eye and Sculpting palette. And this is so cute. The first off, the packaging is like luxe, you know, like very good. You get a huge mirror in here. The thing I wish they would have done is made, instead of having, oh Jesus, I can't see. Instead of having this shade in here, I wish they would have did like a light to medium kit and then a medium to deep, and did a blush in here, because their blushes are amazing. I think that would have made more sense. But this is $15. You get 2 highlights, 2 bronzer shades, and all of this blush. Or never a video that I can get anything right. Everything right. Amazing eyeshadows. So I do love this. So honestly, for $15, you're eliminating the bronzer, the highlight, and eyeshadows. So these are amazing. I have this bronzer on today. I forgot how good this was, but these shades are really, really nice. And I love that they have this shade right here, the under the brow shade. I love palettes that have that in there because I hate having to look elsewhere. Oh my God, the shade. Like, how could you? Oh my gosh. How beautiful. I use that in my, for my transfer shade, that for highlight. Oh my, like, guys, that is so beautiful. Again, $15, easy to travel with. You just take this with you. You have everything. The under the brow shade is so pigmented, and that's a great, great palette. This is actually how I found out that I love NYX shadows so much. Like, it's a great, great palette. So if you're looking for something that you don't want, you know, 18 different, you don't want to carry a blush, a bronzer, a highlight, blah, 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 I will look into this stuff. I think this is beautiful. I'm actually going to put this front and center. I forgot how good and how much I needed it in my life. Okay, so those are the eyeshadow palettes. I also forgot to mention this before the eyeshadow, but this is the eyeshadow primer from Wet n Wild. And if you're looking, I don't use primer all that often, but this one is really good. It really reminds me of the NARS, not NARS, Urban Decay. But it is really good. It's, you know, takes no time to blend in. Takes care of any kind of fine lines, anything you have. And also it makes your eyeshadow not only look better, but last longer, which is the point of a primer. But go try that out, under $5. You get a lot in here. You don't get that much in here, I take that back. You get 0.3 fluid ounces. The packaging kind of got me off guard. In love with those. And let's talk about, if you're looking for just a couple of loose pigments, of course, ColourPop is amazing. I have probably like 10 different of these pots. Very, very pigmented. This one's one of my favorites. Like literally a little goes a long way. That is the shade No Promises. So these are $5, $6. Sometimes you can actually go on the ColourPop website and they have a bunch on sale. If you're looking for more of like a lighter, you know, lightweight on the eyes, these smudge pots from e.l.f. are so good. My favorite shade is Cruising Chick. First off, you get so much in here, like it's gonna take you like a lifetime to get through this, but look how nice that is. But they have something for everybody. The shade I don't like the most is Ain't That Sweet, because I'm not into really pinky shades, but that is beautiful. They have the shade Wine Not. Like, who doesn't want that? Like, that is beautiful. So if you want something to like pat, be done with, long lasting, these are very inexpensive. And then if you're looking for more of like the glittery shades, but you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, the Wet n Wild loose pigments are amazing. So this is actually a kit. So I would double check and really look out in the wintertime, like the holiday kits. For Walgreens, they normally have a bunch of Wet n Wild kits on sale. So for $5, I got these 3 loose pigments. And I love Wet n Wild has a little thingy on there. My new dust is like, really? I thought I was new. But that's how pretty pigmented that is. Like, how beautiful. So you can put that anywhere. Really, really love those. You can get them separately. Go on Wet n Wild websites. Go to Ulta. Very pretty. Let's talk about some liner. And the one I picked out is this guy right here. So this is a eyeliner pot from e.l.f. So this is under $5, you guys. But I'm telling you, this is so good. Not patchy, dries down matte, long lasting, easy to blend. So good. It actually reminds me of a dupe for a Bobbi Brown pot eyeliner that I have over there in that corner. So I love those. Next, let's talk about mascara. This, guys, I forgot how good this was. And again, you're going to hate me, but this is from Believe Beauty. And first off, the packaging is beautiful. I believe they have 2 or 3 different mascaras. But this wand is so different. So I don't know if you can tell, but this side is longer and sticks out. So obviously, this side doesn't have anything. So if you're like me and you really like going to, like, I really like taking like the small side and getting right up in that root and kind of pulling up. And then you can take the longer side and really just feather through. Like, this not only gives you length, it separates so nicely. The color is great on here. The packaging is beautiful. Like, look how good. Like, these aren't fake lashes. I've had my mascara on now for probably a couple hours. And I can go in and touch up. It's not making it clumpy. Not transferring. Like, I love that. I forgot how good that was. I'm like, oh my God. I like put you in a box and never went back. Like, what was I thinking? So I immediately got that out. All right. So next, let's talk about another eyeliner really quickly. I'm kind of jumping now all over the page. I mentioned this in my favorite drugstore must. This is the Wet n Wild On Edge pencil liners. so pigmented, goes on so smoothly. You don't have to do that tugging thing with your eye. You can take it and put it right in your waterline. Just amazing. They have black and brown. The brown is very, very pigmented. I would show you, but it is in a makeup bag, but this is beautiful. Then for eyebrows, a Wet n Wild kills it. So these are $4. They have 2 of them. You get a spoolie on one end and then this guy on the other. Now they have a new one out that's more of a micro tip. So it's kind of just like Anastasia. They have this one and then they have the smaller tip. I actually prefer the smaller tip. That is the shade. They actually have a smaller tip that I prefer, but I don't know where it's at. I actually might be out of it, to be honest with you, but couldn't find it. I do love this one. Guys, I never do my eyebrows. If I'm doing anything with eyebrows, I will take like a little tip of it and I will just kind of go and press and then take this and just brush it through because my eyebrows are pretty thick on their own. They do have a little bit of sparse areas. But for you guys, I actually did a brow. Like this is completely fake. And I think, don't look bad, all Wet n Wild. So really amazing. And then I have these 2 from JCat I wanted to mention. These are the Rock and Glitz. These are beautiful. These are actually glitter liners. And I mentioned them before, but I have to mention them again. That is beautiful. I love doing like a minimal look on my face and then popping this as an liner and having like a little bit of shimmer. They are budge proof. Like they have purples, reds, greens, blues, black. In love with that. And then for lips, I have these 2 lip liners from Essence. These are $2 a piece. This is the shade, what are you? A Girl's Dream. And I wanted to show you these because they are very, very pigmented, but I really like them. So this shade right here, Girl Next Door, I love that. This is actually pretty cool. So this is actually a really good matching shade to your lips. I will love actually taking this and putting it on and putting on a balm and calling it a day. It doesn't feather out. They have amazing shades. Go check that out. And then obviously, you know, I love my Wet n Wild. They came out with more shades. I even have a backup of my favorite color, Bear to Comments. I actually even found a dupe today. Let me see. Where'd you go? Okay, so this is Lay Down the Mauves. And then I have a Laura Mercier Hazelnut Tea. Guys, this is such a good dupe. I actually have a bunch of stuff that I could dupe. I don't know if you guys would want to see a video like that. Like such a good dupe. But these are beautiful. They're very creamy. They have tons, again, tons of shades from reds. Like look at this pink. Like literally no money at all. Oh, jeez. Look how pretty. So they're beautiful. I wanted to mention those. I said this before in a video. I'm getting hot. I'm sorry. I said this before in a video. If you're looking and you want a whole collection, guys, spend like $25 and get a whole lip collection and don't look back. And then I have these 2 liquid Catsuits matte lips. These are budge proof. I have all of their shades, like literally all. If you want me to do a video on them, let me know. I will try them on. How beautiful is that? That is the shade, my favorite shade, Give Me Mocha. Love these. I love the applicator. It has that little like divot in there. So it fits right on this lip and goes up. In love with that. And then really quickly, I want to mention if you're looking for a cheaper alternative for a little bit of glitter in your life, and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, Georgianda. I held onto these. So these are the Cosmic Glow lip glosses. They literally have like every shade known to man, but these are very, very creamy. Like I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. Like just very creamy and rich. I love them. They smell yummy. Like this shade right here is I can't even see. Oh my gosh. Has like that little specks of glitter in it. Can you see that? Just very beautiful. And these are $1.98 a piece. And they have like every shade. Ooh. All right, you guys. So that is it for me. I hope you like this under $5 makeup haul for you. All of these products I really do love, have used. Today I have the Wet n Wild, you know, foundation on. I have the mascara on. I have the Believe powder on. Setting spray on. I can't even say it. I have most of this on my face. Let's just say that. But that is it for me, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys to death. If you have any requests, please leave it down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you liked it. Also go check me out on Instagram. Now I'm going to get ready and do another video for you guys. All right, guys, have a good night.